Yeah! What a day!
It's the double drum buck. This nicest pair I've seen all week.
Thank God for another day, another chance to chase our prey. Tune up the bow, fall is finally here. Load up the truck, the bows and the gear. Camo and boots, we hit the stand. The wind is right just as we planned. At the break of dawn, looking around, whitetail inside our hearts start to pound. Day game adventures having a while. Brothers in spirit, rugged and wild. From sunrise to the evening's glow, it's the hunting life, it's wonderful. It's the hunting life, it's what we know.
Welcome to Take Aim Adventures. In this episode, we're going to be heading up to northern British Columbia. We got an opportunity to hunt with a family that has actually 4 sons, and I had gotten in contact with them actually through my relatives. They were a distant relative of my wife, and they said if we were willing to come on up a little bit earlier in the year, their 4 sons would take myself and 3 of my sons on a dream hunt of a goat hunt of a lifetime. So it was fun. It was very, very interesting. We learned that the pilot in Canada that brought us in was not willing to come back to that same spot and pick us back up. So, but enjoy the hunt.
You ready for a goat hunt?
One of the interesting things is you watch that plane start to take off that dropped us off. It's a lot of stone, and what ended up happening is he had known of that spot as a quote-unquote runway, and it wasn't cleared as well as it should have been. In fact, is when we landed, the wings were hitting the pine trees along the edge of the runway. As non-pilots, it was a bad sign when we looked at the pilot, and not only was he sweating when we landed, but he was white as a ghost, which meant something was terribly wrong. So he unloaded us and said, guys, I'm not picking you back up here. You got to figure something else up. But
We did.
we're on a goat hunt. We don't really care at that point, and we're alive.
Yep.
What are we doing, Robert?
Delicious dinner.
We are really roughing it, aren't we? This is pretty rough.
Yeah, we're rubbing it.
That's why the blueberry pie is sitting over
Yeah. Want to see why Rob's got a smile on his face? 'Cause I can zoom from here. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is pretty rough. You ready to go?
Toothbrush, ready to go. Smell great, but not
Not yet.
yet.
No bass in the creek yet.
Nope.
Here's David trying to get everything packed up. You're supposed to be 6 hours today on a horse. Doesn't sound
His first 6 hours on the horse.
doesn't sound too bad.
Ever.
As you can tell, we are happy because it's raining. You can see the mountain. You can hardly see anything. Horses are just getting set. And it's supposed to rain. Weatherman, how long is it supposed to rain? All day and into tomorrow, is what we were told. So today is like
They said both things. So.
today is like a 6-hour ride. And then we're gonna be stopped at a camp, stay there for the night, and then tomorrow we're going over another pass. And at that point, it's supposed to be another 9 hours tomorrow, and there we're gonna start hunting. Another ride tomorrow.
Yeehaw!
We're at the what hour mark, Dave?
I have no idea.
We're at like the 4.5 hour mark of the 6 hours we have to get to. I'm starting to get a little bit sore based upon how quiet everybody's getting. This is the end of day 1. We rode for almost 6 hours, and we ended up getting into this cabin, and everything is wet, but
Happy. Spirits are high.
there is a stove with a fire.
Probably open the window up.
Got all our stuff hanging up. Hopefully we'll dry. We are soaked. And our knees hurt.
Walking house.
but we're tough. Because we have pillows and air mattresses.
We never asked how much farther.
WinSense Active Vapor ups your hunting game. Proven effective up to 300 yards away. Scent released during your entire hunt. Over 30-plus cover and attractant scents available from some of the top brands in the scent industry. Up your scent game with our long-lasting scent tanks and highly potent scent pads. Active Vapor for deadly success.
We were standing right over this wind scent when I shot him.
Does wind scent work? I'm here to tell you it does.
This segment is brought to you by Ultra Arrows, Slick Trick Broadheads, Dual Game Calls, Tree Thrasher, and Wind Scent.
Yeah, one of the things that made the hunt interesting. How many hours in your life had you spent on a horse before we got there?
At most, an hour.
Yes, we did one training ride.
And I count that from the zoo.
So we thought we were prepared to sit on a horse, and it ended up being 2 full days horseback through the roughest terrain, rivers, down the side of mountains. I mean, these horses went over things that you just can't believe, through the bogs, water, the terrain, and what we got to see. The mountains we were going through and the pictures we were taking was priceless.
Did you find them?
Yeah, not yet.
There's a couple goats we saw last night up on the hillside, far side, but unfortunately, wow, I can smell breakfast suddenly. Wind is coming from there today. It's going up the canyon, but breakfast is being cooked in there. You can smell it. This morning we're going to head down canyon, and we have like 20 miles. Yesterday we ended up riding about 17 miles according to all of our GPSs. Zigzag all over. Today's supposed to be 20 more. They're saying it's a little bit harder. There's some steeper areas. The trail isn't as open. So we're going to be, they're saying 7-8 hours of horseback. So hopefully next time we turn it on, we'll be looking at some type of animal or something like that. But today, for the most part, is another ride day. Getting back to where we belong. And it's been raining constantly.
I ended up being the first guy to fill. We were on our second day, full day on the horse. It was supposed to be like an 8-hour day. We made it about 6 hours in, and we spotted a goat up on the side of a mountain, or 2 goats together. Ended up getting closer. We threw some spotting scopes to them, take a look at them, and they were actually reachable.
Dad's waking up to try to shoot one. We're waiting. So the mountain goat's way up there. And so Dad and them are going that way around and trying to get up the hill more. Right now we're around 450 yards out. So we need to get a little bit closer than that to get a shot. So let's see what happens. They're both next to each other now.
There was a lot of prickers in there, so you couldn't really grab onto trees. That was fun for me because I had the wind scent unit with me, and I would run on the wind scent the entire time, which was fun because we were able to find the wind. And at one point during the hunt, we were trying to make up our minds whether we were going to cut across the mountain and try to go below where we thought the goats were at, or whether we were going to continue to climb up. And we ended up, just because we had the wind scent unit with us, we were able to see which way the wind was going. It was coming across the mountain still, really light, and that gave us a chance to be able to go up higher.
How far are they?
Never seen really a mountain goat before in my life. Crawled up the side of that mountain with Leaf, and you'll see the cameraman Gabe trying to chase us after us. That was fun, if nothing else, as a dad, because my sons were sitting on the bottom of the mountain. I'm crawling up the side of the mountain. We learned about we learned probably 40 yards up the side of the mountain that it was a whole lot steeper than what it looked like as we've been riding by him on the horse. First time we got in on them, you'll see we got in at like 200 yards. Only problem we had one small limb of a little teeny sapling laying out in front of us. We were pretty well getting set up on the ground with the pack. Thought it was going to be a great shot. Finally got the stuff trimmed out of the way, on the belly, ready to take a shot, and all of a sudden he stands up and walks away.
Stabilize your firearm or crossbow from wherever you hunt, however you hunt. From ground blinds to ladder stands to side-by-sides to ultralight tripods. We have what you need to make long-range accuracy easy. Leading the industry in innovation, we offer some of the most modular and adaptable shooting rest on the market. Ditch the shake and steady your shot with Final Rest.
Good shoot, buddy. I'm in A5s, man.
This segment is brought to you by Badlands Gear, Huntwise, Vortex Optics, revealed by Tacticam, and Matthews.
Finally, Leaf spotted him again, and this time, you know, nice for us, we ended up being at like probably 130, 150 yards.
Shoot again?
Where is he? That was in front of his head.
See him there? He's going.
He's going down. He's going down. He's down. He's down. Yeah. Yeah, he bucked. That's a beautiful animal. Maybe you should get behind it.
You got it. Lumix, you saw it. We died. It was a long ways. I don't know how far that is, but it seemed like a whole lot more than 400 yards to get up equal with them, 400 or 500 yards. But it probably was, right? From down there. Aren't you glad I didn't shoot from the bottom? That's what I told you. How close do you want it? Under 75, I'll be happy. Then I'll start to feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But that was a hour and a half chase around up here. Yeah, and he finally laid down and ended up getting a shot at him. It was like the third or fourth time we'd seen him since we were up here. I think he kind of knew something was up. But it ended up working out. It was fun. And Gabe and I made it up here, and I can't believe it. Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah. And then we're going to come back and get it later on. And since it's so late, we're not going to our camp. So guess who gets to sleep in his hammock with his raincoat? And guess who gets to sleep on the ground? This guy.
Now it's the next morning. We got one goat down, so David and I and Robert are going to split up. David's going to go on his own, try to get one of his, and me and Robert are going to go up on the closer mountain. But I can't imagine that his was any steeper than ours, because it's a lot of hard work getting to the top of a mountain. And if you're ever in the opportunity to go up to British Columbia and climb some of those mountains, look where the grass is at, and where there's no grass, you know you're finally, if you're walking on some place where something's alive, you know it's not that steep. Like,
if
it feels steep to you.
If it can't grow, don't go. No.
Yes.
But it didn't seem right.
No.
For a bunch of guys from Michigan, Those guys were mountain goats
Yeah.
that we followed up and down those mountains, and what they were carrying and what they were doing, it gave you a unbelievable respect for the guides and what they do every day, and how dangerous
They make it
felt
look easy.
to us for us flatlanders.
Yeah, not used to that at all.
Let alone hauling your rifle, your lunch, your gear. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Look, game. It is. I don't know. It is 6:29 in the morning. We've been happy and chipper for quite a while. This is our home, away from home. We got in here last night at midnight almost. Was it midnight? It was really late. We feel kind of beat up this morning. We have one goat down, and now we're going back out and grab some more video cameras. And I think Mark and David and Robert, I would guess by lunch today, one of the three of them are going to have another one, maybe two.
It's the perfect combination of comfort, durability, and ease of use. Made in the USA of the highest grade materials to last a lifetime. 5-sided design with a spacious carpeted interior and almost panoramic view. Windows large enough for both rifle and bow hunting. Modular design for easy setup and teardown where equipment can't go. Towers and an array of blind accessories available. Choose the outfitter grade hunting blinds from Slayer Blinds.
This segment is brought to you by Fourth Arrow Camera Arms, Final Rest Shooting Systems, Slayer Hunting Blinds, HHA Sports, and Hornady.
Okay, take number 3. We just came out of the bottom of the canyon. David and them are going up this way. We're going up this way. I got Robert and Mark with me. We'll see what happens. We saw a goat way at the very top of this mountain this morning walk over into the Tarp Ridge. So we got a lot of climbing to do. That's how much farther. This is the canyon. You can see way down there our tents at the bottom of the canyon. David's up in here. That way, over that mountain. Going that way with Gabe. Yeah, we're on top of it. We're right on a ledge. Good here together. Looking for goats. Me, Mark, Daniel. Brings you around back to the front. Yeah, a lot more. We just came the other side of this mountain here. We came up that valley right
So we
down
made it
there.
to the top of the ridge, and we're working our way across. We saw 2 goats in the far distance, and we're trying to get there. And while we're hiking this ridge, we look to our left, and about 40 yards below us, this monster pops up.
A goat we didn't even know. Not just a goat.
Oh, yes. It's a beautiful,
It's a Boone and
gorgeous Boone and
Crockett
Crockett goat. Which,
goat.
I will admit, didn't mean a lot to me back then until you get onto him and you're like, oh, wow.
What a day!
He was.
The guides went crazy. We couldn't shoot fast enough.
No. Unfortunately, yeah, with all the hiking we're trying to do, you don't want to carry a loaded rifle on your back when you're doing this.
Right.
You have guys right above you. So rifles are strapped down. We're still thinking that we have another quarter mile of hiking to get to the goat we saw. And all of a sudden he pops up. We're on this cliff 40 yards away from us, and he pops up when we first see him. And because he was
bow range.
Bow range. He was well within bow range for this, and it was just unbelievable to have him there.
On top of the world. Look at this. It's the 28th of August. This is we spent, what did we do, Mark? Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, we started out this morning. We split up with Dave, with me, Dad, and Robert going up this, and we came up the hill. First, we veered down again, and then we came down, and the guy literally asked us, like, "Do you guys have one more hike left in you?" And of course, we responded no, but we kind of kept going. And so we came up this way, and literally, the guy just yells, "Guys, there's two. One of them's 30 yards away from us." It's just, we believe it is 10-inch horns on it around there, and around 7, 8 years old. So, beautiful, great trip. Yes,
Congratulations, what a good day. A lot of work.
Yeah.
To get here and get a shot on it.
My legs hurt.
So thank you for joining us on Take Aim Adventures. Don't forget, take aim with your life for the glory of God. Join us next week as we're going to continue the goat hunt, and we're going to have David and Robert try to close the deal.
Shaking. How do you do that? I shake when I get up there just because I'm up there. I imagine I'd just be rolling down the hill.
Look at that view.